What's good, guys? Big Fish Wish back here doing another video, and sorry, I was eating a red wrap, but this is a video on what is my go-to tackle, rods and reels and stuff like that, knives. This is like one of my, I love using these now. They're fly lures. Like I have at the tarpon fly, homemade, wouldn't believe it. Another tarpon fly, yeet, and two little whatever flies, but red wraps. I can like live off red wraps. Little freaking kid, my little brother, I literally bought like 8 of these today. And this is my first one. He's eaten all of them. And then my mom gets mad at me when I take them from him. Because, like, but though, so, this is one of my favorite lures, a topwater lure that's cracked, which is not topwater lure anymore, that's a topwater lure. Jimmy Jig spoon, rubber swim bait, a pompano spoon. Got all kinds of 1-ounce weights. Those are like good weights. And my favorite kind of reels are I love these, best reels ever. Well, they're pin reels. They are expensive, but they're worth it. Like, I remember one time my grandpa had a big shark on, or not, a really big redfish on this reel, and I remember it took forever because he only had like 13-pound test, and he had to baby the fish. My grandma told me stories. He had to baby it for like an hour. It was funny. Because I can just see him just like, the drag is just screaming. He's just like, it's okay. It's okay. Let me know down in the comments, have you ever had a fish like, that was like a monster and you had to baby it? Let me know. I'm gonna retie this because this is looking raggedy. I also use pliers a lot too, like for bluefish and sharks. Just easier than getting your hands close to their mouths. I watched this video. I don't even know who it's by, but it's called Amateur Angler Gets Half of Finger Bitten Off by Bluefish. But it's actually really cool. Not how he got his finger bit off, but how it occurred to him getting his finger bitten off. Because he caught it, and he's like, how do I get the hook out of his mouth? He's like, there's teeth in there. Well, I guess I'll just leave it in there. 10 minutes later, he's like, oh, I guess I'll get it out. And he tries to grab it like a bass. Like, you know how you, like, hold bass like this in their mouth? He just says, like that, and the fish goes, whoa, on his finger. And, there's been one fish that I really had a baby in. It was I can't remember what kind of fish it was. It was it was a fish that I had a baby in, but ended up breaking off on the anchor line. We were under a bridge fishing on Pylon 25. And, yeah. It was Pylon 25, and it was, that was the record for Drum Easy for that year. I would have got $1,000 in tackle for that year. You know how awesome that would have been? Like, yeah, they give you like $1,000 Bass Pro Shop card, and I would go to town in Bass Pro Shop. I'd buy lures. I'd buy so much spider wire. I remember when spider wire first came out, I remember when it first came out, and I got like their first kind of line. It's it was Spiderware 8-pound test that they came out with first in stores. Have you ever had this to you? Because if I rig up with a swivel and a leader, has this ever happened to you? You just forget all about the weight and just tie it on there without the weight? Has that ever happened? Because it happens to me all the time. Maybe it's me. I don't know. That one actually really far. But this is my go-to rod right here. I have a measuring tape right there, or it's not a measuring tape. Sort of, it's a measuring whatchamacallit. And yeah. But I wonder. I'm gonna try to make some bass fishing videos because lately saltwater fishing hasn't been too good. I just can't go fishing with all this algae, and the water is making me really angry. I threw this fly first cast, hooked up with a nice Jack Crevalle. That would have been, it was pretty nice. It was like 7 pounds. I was happy with it, but no, not 7 pounds. It was like 13. Never mind. I was thinking of bass for a second. I was thinking of my base bass. 7.5 pounds. But and it got to the point where I couldn't reel my reel because the algae was just like piling. It was like hanging off this part. So I can't really go surf fishing. Well, I'm not gonna go surf fishing. I can. I'm probably, if I do go surf fishing, moving early in the morning when the algae is like not there. When the tide comes in, so does the algae. So, not gonna do it. I'm gonna try to get up early tomorrow morning and get to my fishing spot about 7-ish. Oh, I just did a Herbert whistle. 7-ish. Sweet but Jesus. I like the little boys. I let them play with my toys. That was like the fakest sneeze ever. He goes, two. So we got our, whatever not that's. He went, that was so dumb. You hear him? I swear if he does it again, I'm done. But this is the kind of tackle box. Oh wait, and I forgot about my other little baits that I bought today. Come loose. But this is a I thought I might go bass fishing here. I might go bass fishing. Spinnerbait. At Frank Brown Park, their bass are actually pretty nice. That's where I caught my personal best bass. It was 7.5 pounds. Okay, then the biggest redfish I would have caught would have been 40-ish. The biggest black drum I would have caught was about 90-ish. That would have been the biggest black drum I would have ever caught was 90-ish. I would have baby it so much because I only had 20 pound test. And I was like, dang, this is a big fish because it was the whole hole down the pole was bent and I was freaking out. I wish I had the video to like add on this video to show you guys. But the drag is because I turned it down to like, I think with drag, don't you have to like not multiply but subtract your test by the how much you estimate the pound of the fish is to make it not break it. So my drag was about like really, it was just like I can just take it and just do like that, and it was screaming. And eventually, when the fish got tired of running through the pylons, I just tightened the drag and just started spool cupping, and just like doing the black tip H crank retrieve, just really fast. And as soon as I got him in, he was like a monster. He was huge, and I was freaking out. I was like, "Oh, get the net!" And as soon as I dipped the net in the water, the anchor line was like at the bow of the boat where I was sitting, and he was right here, and I dipped the anchor, and I dipped the net in right here, and here's the anchor line, and he just said like that, and he just started. It even made a big run. It just went like that, and I was like, I threw my pole in the water, which I had to eventually go dive back in and get it. And I started getting pretty angry because that would have been my biggest fish of my life. But, yeah. No biggie. It's kind of a biggie. You guys might ask what I use. A leader material, Buccaneer swivel, or mustard swivel, and I think this is like 100 and something pound. Monofilament, it's for shark fishing. That is. Said, let's just. Should I put on this bait? I don't really know. I'm not gonna do it since, like, on the adapter, I'm just gonna kind of. I think I'm gonna put on this. A good way to catch bait fish is take the pieces off, like gulp, or like these kind of baits, these gulps, and like cut little chunks and put them onto micro hooks, and pinfish and stuff love them. And I remember one time I caught a puffer fish. It was really cool. Because, you know, pufferfish have, like, beaks. So, the whole time I was trying to, like, get the hook out, and I figured out, like, it was not coming out because he got gut hooked. And, like, the reason I thought it was a giant fish is because he was about, with no waters in his body, he was about this big, about that long, and he swelled up to, like, this big, and he was full of water. And it was just, like, so I go. And then I eventually, like, had to just, like, I couldn't get him off the hook, so I had to kind of, like, just kidding. I was sitting there, like, I was like, get out. And eventually I just, like, tried to just cut the hook as close as I could to his mouth and let him go. He's got some jewelry. It's okay. But, guys, peace out.